What's up, guys? Sniper back for DFS Army and another prize picks video. We got the first Monday night football game of the season. The Buffalo Bills against my Jets. Jets don't hate. It is a sad, sad life that I live. And I know that when it comes to sports teams, but it is what it is. We got another new season full of hope. Josh Allen taking on Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. That just sounds weird, but I got a couple prize picks plays for you to get the day started. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. First, got to give an overview of the game. Bills are only 2-point favorites. Seems wild to me. Maybe I'm a beaten up, pessimistic Jet fan at this point, but it is what it is. They are 2-point favorites here, minus 130, 45 and a half points on the total. So how are we going to find our two plays? I got a pair for you for Monday Night Football here on YouTube. Smash that like button for me. More plays are available in our Discord, but what I got for you here on Prize Picks, I'm going to go right up to in the Proptimizer. The Prize Pick line is at 3. The odds 3.5 receptions for Alan Lazard, plus 104 at Caesars. So you get a push on 3. That's why there's some value here. And we have him projected, our projections over here, 3.7 basically receptions is our projection for Alan Lazard. Let's go ahead. Let's pull this up here on Prize Picks, and we'll dive a little bit deeper into the play. If you want to pull up your last 5, I know it's from last season. We are going to talk about this a little bit more than usual because at least, while he's on a new team, at least he's got the same quarterback, good old Aaron Rodgers. So we got 4 of the last 5 games of the season. He did go over this 3 reception mark, and that is important here. I'm going to pull up the Jets depth chart. Try and zoom in this just a little bit for you. Hopefully it's easier to see. So he is going to be starting opposite Garrett Wilson. You got Mecole Hardman in the slot. Interesting here. There's a lot of talk about Aaron Rodgers needing to build up trust in guys. And we saw with Alan Lazard and his stats, and we'll go there in a second. How quickly is he going to throw the ball over and over to Garrett Wilson? Aside from which defenses are going to be shifting attention to Garrett Wilson after his breakout campaign. So you got Lazard in a good spot, coverage away from him with all the attention to Garrett Wilson, and the Aaron Rodgers trust factor in terms of wanting to get the ball to Alan Lazard, I think will drive some of those receptions up. You go into Alan Lazard's history here, and again, you could see in 2022, 15 games played, 60 receptions. It's averaging 44 receptions per game last season. And you can see it kind of work through Alan Lazard's career here. 2019, a little over 2 receptions a game, then goes up to 3. A little bit of a dip here in 2021. Bounces back here and now got up to 4 receptions per game in 2022, just showing that the more time you spend with Aaron Rodgers, the more you're going to see the ball. They're both coming over to the Jets together. I like him to get at least 3 receptions and the push on this line. And then again, 4 gets us the victory. So that'll be play number 1. This Alan Lazard more than 3 receptions line. A couple other options here before I give out the second play that are in the Proptimizer that I didn't really like pulling the trigger on. And a lot of this is based on standard deviation and it's odds based and percentages. So Shakir under 9.5 receiving yards here on Prize Picks. The line is at 8.5, but when our projections got him up at 18, these things don't line up. And pass and go to the next one. I like to be more selective on Prize Picks. I don't want to throw 50 picks against the wall and see what happens. I want to narrow in a little bit. I do like playing game stacks. I put out a couple 5s and 6 in tonight's Giants Cowboys game, and we got smashed because the Giants got smashed 40-0. That game just turned into, unless you had that kind of game script out there in your plays, you probably took a beating. In the Sunday night game, did pretty well in the Sunday afternoon, and the regular football games, couple tennis plays. Had a fine day. Not a great day, but a fine day. Same thing. James Cook here, 14.5 receiving yards. This is viable. We got him projected up at 18.6. I really didn't love it. I wanted to get a little bit higher. Again, pass catching back out of the backfield. again, I didn't love the play, even though the odds say it's probably okay. Garrett Wilson under 6 here. We got him projected at 5.9. Not enough of a difference. The odds pointed you towards the Lazard under, but we again got him projected over, and I do like the over as a play straight up. And same thing with Josh Allen. The odds are pointing us to the under, but the projection is to the over. I didn't really know what to make of this because the Jets defense is really good, and we're going to talk about that more in a second. So again, not a play that I could really get behind. Do me a favor. We're going to talk about Gabe Davis here in a second. Smash that like button. Comment. Let me know what your favorite play on Monday Night Football is. But I'm going to round out my pair here with Gabriel Davis under 48 and a half receiving yards on PrizePicks. The books have it lined at 46 and a half, points bet at 45 and a half. It's only a couple yards, but you think about how many times you've been hooked or just got over the line. The Vegas odds are Vegas odds for a reason. They are incredibly sharp, algorithm driven lines. I feel like I shouldn't have to say it, but I will. Vegas is incredibly sharp and knows what they're doing. So anytime you can use the Vegas sportsbook kind of against PrizePicks as step one, that is where I like to start. And just these 2 yards do make a difference. And on top of the 2 yards from the PrizePick line, we're actually a little bit of juice, not a lot, but a little bit of juice still towards the under. They're still expecting it to go under this 46 and a half line. That's why the sportsbook projection here is 46.18. Best odds on the board there's Caesars under 46 and a half minus 121. We have him projected at 44.78. So again, got him a good 4 yards under this. Let's go ahead and pull up Gabe Davis on PrizePicks. Gabriel Davis. Last 5, again, last season, hard to make a ton out of it, but 3-2 in terms of going under this mark last year. So we'll go ahead, we'll get this queued up and ready here, and we'll dig in a little bit more. I'm actually going to start with the Jets. Actually, excuse me. We will go over to the Bills depth chart here. And you see he's going to start as the number 2 receiver opposite Stephon Diggs. Nothing crazy to point out here. Other than he is, he's going to start against a really good Jets defense. And the corners from the Jets, we all know about Sauce Gardner. I'm telling you, DJ Reed played really well last year. He's got to be, in my opinion, top 15-ish cornerback in the league. Maybe it's a little bit of hometown bias, top 20, 25. I think downgrading him a little bit. I really like him as a player. This Jets defense all around, I think, is going to give the Bills fits. I think it could be. I'm a little worried about the Jets offense in terms of stretching the ball down the field and scoring as a Jet fan. I don't mind the Lazard receptions because I could just have 3-yard catches and I'm there. Fine. I'm worried this turns into a low scoring type of game. And it's going to take somebody on the Bills side, with the talent of a Stephon Diggs. And not that Gabe Davis isn't talented, but Stephon Diggs obviously is next level. You got Josh Allen, can make plays with his legs. It could be something like that. I'm not incredibly worried, or I agree with the projection, I should say, of Gabe Davis under 48 and a half receiving yards. I go into Gabe Davis's log from last year, and he averaged, by the way, he averaged about 55 and a half yards per game, I believe. 836 yards. I think he missed one game here, a couple games. I believe it was mid 50s. I did the math earlier. So that's above the projection. But if you look, you get some games that really skew it here. Got 171 yards against Pittsburgh, 88 yards against the Rams in week 1, a 93 spot here against Minnesota. He's more consistently in this 30 to 40 yard range. Do the quick math. Let's see. What's our line we're looking at? We're looking at Gabe Davis under 48 and a half. So the unders, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 missed 2 games, so 9 and 6, I believe, on the season. The 2 games against the Jets last year, both were unders, 33 yards and 31 yards. Not that that's always going to be the case, just how I see this game shaking out with his defense, the corners, what he's done. He can pop one. That is the danger here. But in terms of My second favorite play on the board, it will be Gabriel Davis less than 48.5 yards. One more time, guys, hit that like button for me as we have Alan Lazard, more than 3 receptions, Gabriel Davis less than 48.5 yards. Those are the first two plays on my slip, and this will be a two-man slip for Monday Night Football, two-man YouTube slip. I got more plays, or we'll have more plays tomorrow for the DFS Army Discord members. Make sure you get in there, guys. Those links are in the description. Use the code Sniper20. It's under $30 a month. Can make that back in just one play. We got the Proptimizer you saw for all sports. NBA's coming. Tons of plays, tons of picks, tons of fun in the Discord. Make sure you sign up there. That's what I got from Monday Night Football, Jets and Bills. And it's your daily reminder that whether or not you are a DFS Army member, you probably should be. But either way, good luck on those contests, and I will see you next time.